Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Rich Taylor with my co-host Aaron Yeezy Yee. This is By the Dip, episode 24.1. Hope everybody's doing well this Tuesday here, this right at the beginning of summer. Let me go ahead and introduce my co-host, Aaron Yeezy Yee. He's working on that giveaway list. If you guys aren't aware, we're having a huge giveaway at the end of the show. And shout out to Aaron Yee, kept his word. Yeah, I mean, not that we would even doubt, but I mean, I honestly wanted him not to give that away because it's just so expensive. But
Oh
he,
no, we're giving it away still.
that's
Like
right, that's
I
right.
come
He
from
said
drunken
no
chat,
way.
I come from
He's
drunken chat. We
that's
know how it
right.
goes.
Mm, So, so make sure you guys thank Aaron Yee. Make sure you're following him on IG. Make sure you're following him, following us here. But if you're not following us here, make sure you're following him on IG at Yeezy Yee, Yee 2 E's, Z 2 E's, and then of course, as it's spelled down here, his band. He's in a really good metal band, hard rock, whatever you want to say, metalcore. They just recorded, and their merch is out. So make sure you guys are following his band, and all the info is down in the description. So let's say hi
Oh,
to Aaron. How you doing, Aaron?
doing pretty good. We just played a show this past Sunday. Um I need to copy the link and put it into my link tree. But yeah, I have the full set on there. It was a really good show. It was really funny. I didn't even play through a cab. My head was just my head was plugged into my pedal board, and then we just used the direct in into the PA. So so no cab. It was kind of cool. I've never played that. I never played a show like that. So it was really funny just to see like my head on the ground, like everything. Like you couldn't see anything. Like if you're on the because the stage was like up pretty high. I thought that was really funny.
and yeah. Hey, so let me ask you a question, Spidey. Thank you guys. I'm kind of just gliding through. Um, Aaron's super busy right now doing this giveaway stuff, organizing everything. I've had a rough
I'm
day. He's tired. I'm tired. So we're going to try to get through this so you guys could make sure you have a good show, you have a good time, and also make sure the giveaway goes smooth. Ready to go, Aaron? I'm going to go ahead and pay the bills. Make sure if you guys are using UPS, USPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, DHL, or sending your comic books, collectible literature, even slabs through the mail or carrier, make sure you're using Gemini Comic Supply. We have a discount code for 10% off. Use the code popcorn99, all one word, or you could use your bonus code for your buddy or a family member. That's SSP 99, like super short print 99. You'll get an additional 10% off. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Double click the notification bell to all so you don't miss any content forthwith. We have stuff. I have content actually, or I have stuff I need to catch up with. Having a little bit of equipment issue, so I'm replacing some equipment, and I'm getting a new computer pretty soon too. So make sure you guys have that notification bell on, and make sure you're subbed up to be in the giveaway. So we're gonna go ahead, and Aaron is working his butt off on that. But let me go ahead and talk to the chat one more time, and we're gonna wait for Aaron to get done so we can get into the episode. So, uh,
you people
AOA,
are animals, all leaving comments. Like
yeah,
there's gonna be like 100 names on this list.
I was like, dude, I was like, bro, I must have liked and hearted like over 200, 150, 200 comments. I couldn't believe it. I mean, and everything is super positive. Everybody says a lot of really nice stuff. I mean, honestly, like, you try to glide through a lot of the comments, especially when they come in fast, and then you want to catch up with your boys in the comments. I like to talk to you guys. You guys bring up really good, interesting points. You guys make us accountable. You call out little things, and I appreciate all that. But like after a while, man, it becomes excruciating, and just to know you got something right around the corner that's about to be uploaded. So long story short, I was thinking that going through these, and I'm like, wow, I'm reading these, and I'm not even paying attention now. Starting to process, I'm like, you guys said some really awesome stuff to us. Those comments, I know, yeah, I know it's a giveaway, but a lot of those comments, I would say at least I would say 90, at least 90 to 95% of them seem very genuine, and we thank you very, very much. That means a lot. AOA saying free stuff. Zodiac says, sup, what's up? Wycotron says, let them cook. Wycotron says, let's fucking go. Let these boys cook. I like that. That's awesome. Let Russ cook.
There was someone's comment that was their comment was held for review, so I'm trying to find it so I can add it to the list.
Mel says yo. Patrick Mel says yo again. Sorry, we're going a little bit slow. We're gonna get in the episode in a minute. We're trying to get this giveaway. So let's talk while Aaron is doing this. Let's talk a little bit of spec before we get into the list. All right. So got some pretty interesting news, guys. It looks like we have an update on Diamondback. That's the Rosa Salazar in hot pink hair, just like the source material comic book. As you can see right outside, it says from the Cosmic Circus, says a new look at Rosa Salazar in hot pink hair for her character Diamondback in Captain America 4 has been shared with us by Atlanta Filming. What do you think of the hair? Are you excited to see this character in Captain America 4? Yeah, I am too. She's a part of the Serpent Society. If you guys aren't aware, here is her first appearance. You guys probably recognize that cover. It's been hot, peaks and valleys on and off, but it's pretty down. It's down right now, and this tweet just came out, and I think this idea of this all kind of younger, like badass, young female team is pretty cool, especially in Captain America movies. So I think it would be an interesting play. Of course, it would be short term, but I just want to let you guys know. There's her first appearance. Here is you get an origin of Diamondback, and then
we talked about this. I was gonna say we talked about that book like during Prospect 10 days, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
Were we thinking way too far in advance for people to like kind of like see that like, oh, this is a good buy?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it became a good buy over time. Like even though we were predicting stuff, we were thinking so far ahead of like this is kind of where it's leading to.
Yeah, I mean, with that Prospect 10, we're talking in terms of 3 to 10 years, and I would say an average of like 5 to 7 years, honestly.
Yeah.
So let's just say 5, cut it in the middle. And now think about it. We were prime smack in the middle of the pandemic. Then it was like what, mid to late 2020 to early 2021. So now it's what, 3.5 years later, and things are starting to come to. Now we went through a writer strike, went through an Actors Guild strike, pandemic. So, and all these changes. But yeah, we did talk about Diamondback's first appearance here in Captain America 3:10. If you guys want to read more about her, here's a really good backstory on Diamondback's origin. These are dirt cheap books, just to let you know. Here is this is the Secret War, not Wars, Secret War, the miniseries that has the covers are Delato covers, and they also have usually a second print that's like a sketch, and there's like 5,000 orders or less supposedly of those. And if you know, who was that character that first appeared in issue 2? Was it 2 or 4? Quake first appeared, Daisy Johnson, and then Victor Von Doom's somebody tied to Victor Von Doom shows up in issue 1. Well, here's the second Diamondback, which is Debbie Bertrand. That's Secret War number 3, so that's the second one. And then I wanted to bring these up, especially if you were speculating in 2018 This is Domino Hot Shots issue number 1, and this is that first team appearance of Domino, Atlas Bear, Black Widow, White Fox, Diamondback, and Outlaw. Of course, you get the first appearance of a man mesh with celestial type organic in him, but it's not about that, the guts. It's more about this variance. So here's, I believe this is the 1 in 25 Ryan Gonzalez, or Ryan. How do you say it? Ryan Gonzalez?
I'm pretty sure it's Rion.
Rion. Okay, Rion. I always
Yeah.
said Ryan, but okay, Rion Gonzalez. So this one, you guys,
it's definitely not a Ryan if you've seen the way she looks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean, there's a lot of there. I know a few girls, a few women named Ryan.
Yeah.
So,
but it's usually spelled differently.
Not with a Y though. No, I don't think it's. But yeah,
I've seen RY8 in or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that 1 in 25. I'm always hunting this book. This book was, and this, I mean, you got to imagine how many people were ordering Domino Hot Shots. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And this was 2018. This was before, we started seeing glimmers of I guess you could say, examples of the future of making, gender swapping superheroes and supervillains. So, this is before that, I would say, and it's a pretty cool little idea concept. It looks like a 60s kind of homage or something. And then this is my favorite one. I believe this is the 1 in 50. This is the J. Scott Campbell. Always hunting this. This thing also was a big book the week of release. So here's the second print where they're all on it. But I mean, like I said, it's a team appearance unless there's a new character or two that show up in that team and they're a good character worth hedging. I typically will stay away from, but in case you are, there's a second print's pretty cool. It's got them all on the front. So
I like that cover.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Yeah. It reminds me of Daughters of Liberty.
It's I feel like it's gonna be a tough 98 with it being all black at the top there. Like almost like half the cover. Like it's gonna get a lot of color up too.
Good call. But all right, guys, let's get in. We're going in long form by the dip, episode 24.1. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's get into it so we can get you guys this giveaway and get rolling here. First, let's start with an honorable mention, and this shout out to Beyond Wednesdays. That's the Wednesday night review show. Big Leg Sean Leggett, aka Big Leg. This is his spec book. This is Avengers 64. We're looking at this book in a CGC 9.6. This is your first appearance of Barney Barton, who later becomes Trick Shot. Either I don't know if he becomes Trick Shot here or in the modern age, but this is his first appearance in the Silver Age, or at all. Looking at CGC 9.6s, I was telling Aaron backstage I saw multiple old labels with white pages selling between 280 to 300 of this book in a 9.6. So you might be able to find a good presser CPR of that thing, because that's a tough black cover. And if you can find this in a 9.6, kudos. But yeah, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because that Hawkeye with Kate Bishop is coming season 2, and Leg likes this because Trick Shot is all over supposedly that he's supposed to be the main villain in that. And Leg likes this. I think it's a good play. What do you think, Aaron?
Oh, most definitely. I've always liked Leg's plays onto books. Like he always changes up his approach on things. So
totally agree.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the list. Thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate it. That was an honorable mention. Let's get into number 10. We're looking at Captain America, issue number 354. This is the direct edition in a CGC 9.8. You guys know this book. It's no secret, from speculators to collectors. Very messy first appearance with John Walker. He's got like 4 first appearances and 4 different books. This is where he actually becomes a U.S. agent. He's wearing the costume that's very similar to the MCU. Take it, like I say, as you will. Very messy first appearance, and I wouldn't I wouldn't argue either which way if you think one book is right or the other. But based on precedent, looking at about a 60-day average of this year, January to March of 2024, average fair market value was $275 for a CGC 9.8 of this book. And now going into this is actually not the 60 day, it's actually a 45 day. It's actually a 45 day. April this year to the beginning of this month, average fair market value now $199. That's down like close to 35%.
Yeah, because it's been a while since I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. He just got incarcerated, right? Like he's just in jail. He didn't die.
He didn't die, and he's coming back with Thunderbolts. I believe isn't he the leader of Thunderbolts?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that's what. But yeah, he's confirmed for Thunderbolts, and he's not casted. They haven't casted him or confirmed him for Captain America 4, but I mean he should be all over it unless he dies in Thunderbolt. So yeah, I like this book. I like this cover, but I mean it is a very messy first appearance. I put this on the list because I thought, hey, you know what? We do have Thunderbolts coming. We do have Captain America 4. This book is going to move again. It's going to pop again. And maybe I could give these guys an idea to make a little bit of short-term money.
I have one argument for this, right?
Sure. Go ahead.
Are you buying first appearance of Eddie Brock or are you buying first appearance of Venom?
Oh, that's great point.
I mean that's I think that's like the basic argument you would have to think of. Like, do you really care about John Walker as a character, or do you care about him as U.S. agent?
U.S. agent.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I mean, I think it's that kind of mentality that's going to drive this book more than any of the other ones. I'm not to discredit those, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great point. Norman Osborn or the Green Goblin. I always want to say Peter Parker or Spider-Man, but they're
it's oh man, AF-15 or ASM-1. I don't know. You gotta have both, right?
Miles Morales or the all new, all different Spider-Man Earth 1610 in costume. No. Hey, look at this. AOA says all Cap books are great. Appreciate you, AOA. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I will get to the comments. Sorry, my energy is a little down right now. I got a lot going on, so I'm doing my best to make sure I provide you guys with the best that Aaron and I could put out there for you. So hang in there. Feel free to blow me up in the comments. All right, let's go. Number 9. We're looking at Fantastic Four, issue number 48, volume 1. Published, pull off shelf date, March 1st, 1966. We're looking at this book and specifically a CGC 7.0. As you guys know, iconic book, part of the first book of the Holy Trinity of the Fantastic Four Holy Trinity. That's 48, 49, 50, and you can keep it going. Like Aaron says, iconic. First appearance of Silver Surfer, and you get a first cameo of Galactus, and then he's also mentioned on the cover. You got the Watcher up there. It's such a classic book. A 9-month average, multiple sales, plenty of sales, real good data. $3,200 for a CGC 7.0. That is March of 2023 to maybe about 2 weeks before Halloween of last year. 2 high sales, one 3,500, one 3,850. Okay. All this is not even, this is 9 months. So see, October, we're in. So this is what, not even 9 months later, and all this Fantastic Four stuff we found out. Boom, this thing is still down. Look at this. So on a 90-day, Aaron, from March of 2024 this year to this month, solid 90-day average down to $2,400, down at or about 25%.
So I do remember this book having a notorious warehouse find where it jumped up the census like crazy. You know what I mean? Like where in high grades, like we're seeing like if you compare like other issues around this time period, like this definitely jumped the gun in like 9/8 and 9/6 because of this warehouse find. Do warehouse finds like this of like big keys like this have long-term effects on books in like lower grades? I mean,
So
is that what we're kind of seeing, or is it, or do you
can
think
you
it's just
can you add more context? Because honestly, this is the first time I'm hearing. I don't know even. I
okay?
don't
So
know
someone
nothing.
literally found a case of Fantastic Four 48
Okay.
in a warehouse,
Okay.
and this is like within the last like 5, 10 years or something like that. And then the person finally decided to grade all those books that that thought were like high grade coming in. Like, so a case of like comics back in the day, I'm not sure exactly how many copies it is. I'm gonna guess it's in that 200 range, right? 200, 250, like a full
Okay.
box,
Yeah.
and it's all like Fantastic Four 48s. So it jumped
Mm.
up the senses of like all high grades. Like, so I'm saying like 9.0 to 9.8, like all those grades are been juiced up now at this point.
Okay. So you're saying that the higher availability, the fact that
Of
it's more available in those higher grades, we're probably going to see a market correction in the sense a
well,
regression to the mean, meaning it's going to actually go down a little bit.
right, because like you have so many high grades available now, right? So it's gonna tank prices like across the board.
Gotcha.
Like not only in high, I mean, I don't know if that person like sold them all at once either, but they definitely juiced up the numbers of the census.
Gotcha.
So if you look within that range of like issues, like I don't know if the same thing happened for issue 49, issue 50, but like if you look at 47, 46, you know just around that range, it like any of those keys too as well, right? 46, 51, 52, like
Right.
are all those books also going, increase as have like similar kind of numbers of like total graded, you know.
Wow, that's a lot to digest. Makes a lot of sense. A lot of good points. Look at Brian's Comic Garage. Thank you for the comment. He says they found a warehouse of this and a few other Marvels back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, it seems like there's like every decade, right? There seems to be like a warehouse storage found of
Right.
like cases of unopened comics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, like, honestly, like we're seeing like the size of like the niche of this collectibles market, right? Of how many
Right.
people are like actively into it versus like how many when you see like print numbers, like do those numbers align?
Right. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
mean that makes a lot of sense. And it's another reason why I don't like to correlate census numbers with print numbers because
right.
of
Uh, I,
like this.
I
Incidents like this, I should say. Sorry.
yeah, I always correlate like print run numbers and I hate to say it and census numbers. I kind of use that as a there's about this many out there, right? It's not
No,
an
I mean,
absolute
yeah, it's a good kind of like a keynote
right.
in a sense, so you have a ballpark, but I mean if we're talking like data, I just don't like to compare the two, especially the fact that pressing is so big now. There's so much going on right now with third party grading with CGC especially, but I'll just tell you this much right now. So it looks like at least from me, from my point of view, it looks like CGC is officially lowering their standards of grading. Okay, and the new 9.8 is going to be the 9.9. That's what it's starting to look at. That's what it's starting to
Mm,
look like to me. And we're talking just recently, books from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, like early 80s, just popped up on the census in 9.9s, like like 500 to 600 of these books. So,
So here's a real question: are you taking your UF4 and CGC 98
so
and then like sending it out to get graded again, see if it hits a 99?
exactly, and that's exactly it. So there's that, and there's also the CPR where we crack press and resubmit it, and try to get the if we got a 96, trying to get a 98, now try to get a 99. The census doesn't take account of that same book.
Unless
What I
you
mean?
send in the labels.
Okay, unless you send in the labels.
Yeah, that's when it's accounted for. So, but then like you have someone like Red Hood that presses books all the time. Like, look how many labels like he's like flashed on screen before.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
So
I mean, but you and Red Hood would be kind of a better indicator of that, right? Like, how many people are sending 9.8s for you to crack to CPR?
we were yeah, that's funny you brought that up. When we were on flip side, I would always kind of joke, but I've been wanting to do this forever, and I always said, hey, let's do a video and let's CPR a 9.8 and get a 9.9. And I used to just kind of joke around with it. And then when Joe started his channel, and all this stuff came out, I think you were back there. I was like, Joe, dude, I got a perfect idea for you. Start CPR in 9.8 and get the 9.9. Let's see how much bullshit is stinking up this place with this whole thing. And hopefully he does it, because I definitely want to see that. I just don't have the balls to do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see what happens. More than likely to me, all we would see is just like that book coming back in 9.8. Hopefully not a lower grade, but but we never know.
Yeah, I want this book really bad. Unfortunately, I was actually saving recently to buy some books that we talk about here on the show. Actually, this show is dude, it's starting to affect me too, dude. I'm starting to go, oh
financially.
shit, dude, I'm
I'm
starting
going
to buy
financially
some of this
broke.
stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. You're just like, what the hell, man? If I'm gonna freaking go and spend money during the pandemic for key books, and I'm gonna miss up on an opportunity like this, there's no way. That would be stupid of me. So yeah, I mean, I'm broke, and then something happened with my dog today, and yeah, so it's just been rough. But I want this book. I want 49.50. I want Black Panther, first Black Panther, the second Black Panther. I want them all. So
I have 50.
yeah, 50's dope. I love 50. I think
that's
that one's underrated. What do you have it? What condition?
5.0.
5.0.
Yeah, I mean, I got it for like $200. So like
Nice.
when you see like, it was like one of those kind of deals. I was like, kind of like, oh, that's cheap enough for me to just buy right now, and like to check to see if it could be CPR / like I've always just wanted this cover. What is it, like third appearance, first cover?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we just talked about the U.S. agent. What are you talking about? Talking about it again? First appearance, second cameo, third cameo, fourth cameo, first full. No, that was the High Republic one. Ventresta.
Oh, CBCS has been regrading 9.9s and 9.8s for people who submitted for a label transfer to the new labels, but anything 9.6 or lower hasn't been regraded.
Look at that. Boom. That's big.
That's crazy. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, for the 9.9s, they've been doing they have like those gold labels and stuff like that. That look pretty slick. But yeah. Yeah, because I have a CBCS 9.9 actually. It was like one of my first submissions to CBCS, and I ended up with a 9.9. I was like, oh crap! I was like, I did not expect, like, when I peeked to see what the grades were. I was like, whoa! I did not expect that. I've been chasing that high ever since. Like, that's why I have so many slabs.
Nice.
Haven't come close. It's sometimes it's cheaper to buy a 9.9 than it is to just get one graded.
All right, let's move on. Number 8. Back again. Star Wars, Darth Vader, issue number 3. This is the Loroca 125 retailer incentive variant, specifically in a CGC 9H, your first appearance, cover appearance of Dr. Aphra. We're looking at I had to double take those dates. We're looking at a 30-day average from March 2024 to April 2024. Average fair market value was $1,260 for this beautiful incentive. What, a month or so later? Fair market value now down to $1,000 US. That's down 21% just in the last, since we had it on the list last time.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Are you waiting? Are you a buyer? If you were a buyer, what's your feeling about this versus also cover A?
So I like this cover, right? I own both the 1 in 25 and issue 3 cover the autograph first print. I mean, I remember when people got when this book had an all-time high of 3K and stuff like that, which I thought was just completely insane, because maybe it's just because I was an early buyer into this. I love this homage for Empire Strikes Back. You have Vader, you have Aphra instead of Luke. So I personally like this cover a little bit more than the Audi cover.
Mm-hmm.
The Audi Granov cover is amazing. I think the thing that pushes it, that inches it closer, having the multiple different prints of the rainbow collection, I think that's more of a card thing than a comic thing. But it can be for both collectors. I've seen it in other subtitles. But I think with the BT1 and 000's first appearance being in this book, and then being on the cover of the Audi, kind of inches it a little bit closer of why that book should be a little bit higher value, right? This is more of a scarcity thing, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean,
because I don't think they might not even forecasted that so many people would be fans of those droids.
The Killbots, I mean, I think people love it, right? Because it's different than what we've seen in the droids portrayed in the movies. Yeah, I mean, Aphra, I think at this point it's kind of almost like a pipe dream, right? And then Richie and I were talking about that right before. I haven't seen Alkalite yet, so I'm excited to see what it brings to the table. I mean, my expectations are pretty low with Star Wars, but I mean, I haven't given up hope yet, to sound corny, right? for what Star Wars could bring back to the table, but that just might be a pipe dream.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, $1,000. I feel like I'm a buyer. I've always wanted this cover. I like Wilbert says, someday we'll get Aphra.
I think my realistic buy,
someday.
Yeah, I think 800 to 750, somewhere in between there, would be more ideal for me to.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this book. I feel like you're right. I feel like I'm a little aggressive, so let me go ahead and retract. I feel like Aaron is right. I feel like 850 to 925 cap for me. Say, let's just cut it right in the middle. Just say $900 is the cap for me. So I'm gonna continue watching this. But if something happens there in Alkalite and we see Aphra,
but Aphra
confirmation, confirmation,
but that's way different time periods too, right? 500 years beforehand.
No, I know, but I mean, they could also connect.
Oh, just mash it up into something.
You know what I mean? How. And the thing is that, the timeline is High Republic. So your first appearance of, how do you say her name? Ventress Roa.
I'm not gonna pretend I can say any Star Wars name correctly at all.
I know this one. I know it. No, I'm kidding. Let's see here.
I learned whatever dialect they actually speak. You know,
Vernestra Rowe. First appearance is in Star Wars High Republic 2. I believe that should be the book, not 5, but you guys buy whatever you want. I don't care. Because look, they're saying a cameo in Star Wars High Republic issue 2. Star Wars High Republic issue 3 is another cameo. She shows up in 4 briefly, which is a cameo, supposedly what they're saying. And now 5. So you got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 more issues, and she makes appearances, brief appearances in each book. You're gonna call it the first full introduction or first full appearance.
she's on the cover of 5. No,
Another messy first appearance.
Is she? Is she on the cover of 5?
Yeah, she's. I think that's her on the cover 5. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So is it?
I was just joking.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
that's her. I don't know. I don't know anything about High Republic. I'm not even gonna pretend I do, but I do own all the books. I did buy all the books. So
I read Adventures. I didn't care for the I read the first issue of Marvel. I was like, kind of like, I don't really care for this. And then I read the Adventures one. I was like, I kind of like the writing in this a little bit more.
Yeah, so Aaron and I are in agreement. We are still gonna watch this book, and if we miss, we miss. Oh well.
I already have one, so it doesn't matter.
No wonder. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean, because I bought it so cheap. That's why. Like, I bought this before anyone cared.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
All right, let's move on to number 7. We're looking at Something is Killing the Children, issue number 4, specifically the second print, graded in a CGC 9.8. First appearance of Aaron Slaughter in cameo, super low print run, supposedly. June 2023 throughout the end of summer. So around Labor Day weekend 2023, 90-day average fair market value was $205 for this pretty low print, low availability second print key issue for Something is Killing the Children. Now we're into the new year of 2024, April 2024 to this month, June of 2024. Average fair market value now for CGC 9.8 is $160 US. I wanted to bring to the forefront, let you guys know there was a sale for $143 and a CGC 9.8 that went for $113. Aaron, give it to me.
Oh man, Will print book, like you don't see these very often. This is before Boom started changing up that paper they were using too as well. So like these are like magnets for spine ticks. I own a 9.8 and I know it was like really tough to get in the 9.8. So I mean, to me, like it almost seems like at that low 113, like so either in between, like I would say like what at a like 130 or something like that. If I found this to buy, like I would pick it up. Like
wasn't this book raw during the pandemic? It was like a $300 book.
Was it that much? Damn it! I should have sold all of my books
because I used to have one. I sold on Mercari for like $325 or something crazy.
Yeah,
in 2021.
Well, I mean, because it also got that like Ross Ritchie was talking about on his Instagram, like all the lowest print run Something is Killing the Children books, and this showed up on the list at one point in time because he did like a top 10 of like because everyone knows what like what the top 2 are. It's just the low print runs is the Prison Ghost, so issue 6, the 1 in 25, and then also the Call number 8. That was like number 2. I forget what 3 was. It might have been that issue 11, 1 in 100.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was like within the top. I think it was either like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could find this for 113 to 145, I'm in all day. I feel like 150, 160 is a nice price point for this book.
But, hey, wait, don't make fun of Richie's dyslexia.
Why?
It's some SIKT. on the club.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
ski tick.
I type pretty fast, so but thank
Gotcha.
you AOA for pointing out that. All right, let's move on. Number 6. We're looking at the Mighty Avengers issue number 13, specifically the U second print variant or second print edition variant, however you want to say it. We're looking at raw copies, fair VF near mint or better, high grade raw copies, something you would consider pressing and sending into a third party grading company. Your first reprint appearance in the guts of the Secret Warriors, but this is your first cover appearance of the Secret Warriors. And there's, according to Comicron, there's not many of these books out there, if you can believe that. But anyways, looking at April 2023 throughout around just about towards San Diego Comic Con 2023. So about a pretty good 90-day average value for this raw book, high grade, $32 US. Now this book one point was about a $75, $80 book, but that was during the pandemic, so who cares? We go in here, and this is why it's on the list. Is it's a cool, fun spec book, but going into the 90-day from March of this year into this month, average fair market value now $12 with 2 low sales of $4 and $5. I feel like
Well,
that's a deal.
yeah,
You know, we're not talking big old CGC 9, $8, $10,000 book here. This is something a little cheap and fun. I feel like this can definitely have a nice little spec window for people.
yeah. I mean, I think some of these titles like get forgotten about, right? Even though they have like some like pretty classic covers that most collectors should have in their box or whatever, or just even fun stuff to find.
Yep.
Yeah,
definitely one for the PC. Love the cover. Pretty cool Quakes on the cover. Who's that? The Hood. Let's see. Who's that? Nick Fury. Doctor Strange. Yeah. So I mean, it's a really cool cover. It's a really hard to find book in high grade though. I don't know how many's in the census, but every time I found this book in the wild 3 times, 3 different shops. Each time beat the shit out of. But
like where you see the spine ticks from hell, and you're like just kind of
yeah,
like, no.
yeah, basically. So,
Yeah,
all right. Did you want to say something? Anything else?
No, yeah, just screaming and like, no, why did that happen to this book?
No, honey, get my paintbrush. Paint those color breakers. No, I'm kidding. All right, number 5. We're looking at Spawn issue number 185. This is the Todd McFarlane headless variant. Looking at raw copies, VF near mint or better. This book is no secret to anybody. It's a big book. Looking at a 6-month average fair market value for this book, May of 2023 through November of 2023. Average fair market value was $650 for this book. Now we're on a 90-day from February of this year through the end of May of this year. Average fair market value now $395. That is down at or about 39%. And I know a lot of people that are into these Spawn crazy rare books. They like. I know this book is very sought after. This is a big drop.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. There's actually two headless. Well, I think they ended up making a foil too, but 2 headless.
Yeah,
this is the one I like though.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people. This book is sought after for a lot of Spawn collectors.
Yeah.
So I don't like knowing some of our crew or some of his friends that we've known in the past, like like someone like Jessup. Like I know this is like one of the books that he's been looking for a long time. But knowing like how much he pays for books all the time, would he pay this price tag for something like this? Right. I don't think he would. He would.
No.
Like unless he like, because I mean he's a presser, right? If he looks at it closely, that I think if it in-person deal, like that person, he's walking away with that book for way cheaper than you had it on as a price tag.
I agree.
If you're selling it online, I don't think he can top them
Yeah.
out into cheapening the deal or whatever.
Yeah, you
But
make a lot of sense. Good points.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I know it's like in that rare run of the Spawn stuff. So
yeah, I mean, like you're saying, I mean, online, and it just seems like it feels in my gut that that's a good deal, and that's probably the deal you're going to walk away from. But if you're going to talk about like Mercenaut, or you want to talk about Jessup, or even Leg, like career diggers, like not as a career, but like these guys been doing it for so long, I don't see those guys paying this online to get it delivered to their house. I don't see them going to a show to a vendor and walking away with this book for $3.95. I do see them either trying to dig it out or probably getting an extra 100 to 150 off. But let's be honest, that's the 1%, right? Those guys.
right.
Everybody else, like Aaron, me, and everybody else, watching, listening. This might be if you just want convenience, you work, you're busy, you just don't have time to, dabble in auctions or go to shows or go digging. That seems like a pretty decent price point for this book.
Oh, that reminds me. I wonder if I won this auction. Oh, I did win it. Shit. Hell
What
yeah.
auction?
I just bought it at Jaw Kaboom.
Oh, this guy is basketball card crazy.
This is my second Kaboom, different year. I think I'm gonna try to go for multiple years now.
So if you see this at San Diego, and you go, hey Richie, I can get this thing for $150. You text me, and I'm gonna give you the
If that happens, it's gonna end up on eBay. It's got to pay for my trip.
Yeah, I didn't know much about this book, and I did a little bit of research today. I was like, wow, this thing's awesome. But,
yeah.
All right, let's go. We're almost done. Number 4. This is a fun one. Jungle Action, issue number 6. This is your second issue into the Black Panther solo story series. This particular book, though, has your first appearance of Eric Killmonger. Should be in everybody's collection. It's a awesome Bronze Age key issue, must have. I would even go as far, and it's got spec value as well. I feel like Killmonger for some reason is always in and out of the news, even if there's really no fire to that smoke. But looking at a 12-month average, and I went 12-month because that's how many times this book changed hands in a CGC 9.4 for a Bronze Age book. Average value was $767 US. 2 high sales for a CGC 9.4 during this period of last year to February of this year. $1,100 and one for $840. Okay. Going into last 90 days. So the beginning of this, from beginning of March to the beginning of this month, average value now $430 with low sales of $417 and $425 for a CGC 9.4. And the 425 had white pages, the 417 had off-white to white pages, to let you know. But what do you think about this, Aaron? What do you think? I want to know.
So I think this book will increase in price over time.
Absolutely.
As soon as you see Michael B. Jordan signing at cons or doing a private signing somewhere or something like that. I think that's
that smoke. That's that smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. Like as soon as that happens, like then if you bought this for like whatever price, like around the $400, and then I think we'll see an increase in price. Because like, I mean, just look at the excitement of him, like with the rumor of him showing up in the next Black Panther. I mean, he did make a cameo appearance or whatever in the Afterlife view or whatever, which was really cool. But like at the same time, like I think people were expecting a little bit more from that, right?
Right.
Or yeah.
Yeah, we were all hoping
he was still alive or whatever. And,
yeah. Remember when we'd argue about that? It was so funny.
Yeah, because like you didn't see him die off screen, right? Or you didn't see him. No,
you don't. You just see him kind of just hunch over.
Right, exactly.
With the sunset, and they don't even talk about it.
Right, exactly. And then you
And
see
he
him in
was
the episode.
royalty, right? He had
Right.
royalty blood. He was actually first cousins with T'Challa in the MCU, not in the comics, obviously. And so you would think that even though he did all the things he did, they would have some kind of royal funeral,
Yeah.
and they didn't.
But yeah. But that's just
Well,
kind of like, I
but
mean, I think all these like all these books in this time period like will always like kind of retain value as time goes on because, you know, let's face it, paper deteriorates over time. So just by, you know, statistic numbers, like there's gonna be less and less copies that exist.
I wanted to tell you that I don't remember who it was, but it was one of the co-creators of the first Black Panther.
Mhm.
And he also who co-created or was the main creator of the, besides Feige, obviously the director, I believe, of part 2, Black Panther 2, was Shuri's Black Panther. Was it
Uh,
John Ridley or? But anyways, he came out and he was on Hollywood Reporter saying that Killmonger is dead. He's saying Eric Killmonger is dead in the MCU's continuity in the universe. And I was thinking, all just based on the stuff we just mentioned real quick, just a minute ago, boy, they missed a window. They missed a window by saying that stuff. But of course, it's the MCU. It's comic book movies and comic books. Who stays dead, right? They'll find a way.
are you talking about Joe Robert Cole or Ryan Coogler?
Ryan Coogler.
Okay.
Thank you for that. So yeah, Ryan Coogler just came out on Twitter. His interview is exclusive before Black Panther 2 came out on Hollywood Reporter, and multiple times saying that Eric Killmonger is dead in the MCU universe, in the in their continuity. So why not keep that in your back pocket? You know what I mean? Like, why do you even have to say something stupid like that? Just leave
Yeah.
it up to everybody's. But anyways, yeah, I think you made some great points. I feel like just this is one of those books that even if he doesn't show up in live action or whatever, just it's going to go up in value, and it's a sought after key. And there's tons of
Well,
Bronze Age out there, but this is definitely one of the Bronze Age keys that I always want.
well, and I feel like it's also one of those situations, right, that Killmonger's become like almost like a household name now at this point.
Yeah, basically, right. Killmonger, a household name. Nah, I don't know. Maybe that's a little aggressive, but
Is it though? I mean, like when you hear stories about
well,
like some like teenage girl breaking her retainer because she saw Michael B. Jordan without a t-shirt on, and then like them paying for the retainer.
oh honey, that damn Killmonger. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this.
that young man.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear story, I mean that's the kind of stuff like people remember over time.
Yeah. Oh, makes sense. James Kreider in the house. He says, with the new leak of 50 to 60 cameos for Secret Wars, we'll see everyone back eventually. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that today. Yeah, I was going to talk about it earlier, but just wanted to shorten this up. Chad Cave in the house says Michael B. Jordan is a household name. Killmonger ain't. Did Chad Cave just use the word ain't in a sentence? That's not a word.
I mean,
All
but I
right.
think there's still that association with either or. Just saying.
Lord of Brooklyn says Coogler wanted to recast T'Challa and have a father and son movie in the sequel. Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad. AOA says Killmonger's kill scars are sexy. Zzz. Thank you, Sailor. And Wycotron said, what? All right. Let's get to number 3. Last 3 books on By the Dip, episode 24. Another Fantastic Four book. This is the second part of the Fantastic Four Holy Trinity, the iconic Fantastic Four 49, with the first appearance of Galactus on the cover, and second appearance or first full appearance, and then your second appearance of Silver Surfer. Plus, it's your first cover with those two together, which is a big deal too, because they have such a long history. But Yeah, I found it really interesting to put these books on the list, especially with all this stuff we've heard about Fantastic Four and just watching it, the values still decline. So let's go over it. 12-month average, multiple sales, many people changing hands of this book in a CGC 8.0. Looking at this book in a CGC 8.0. 12-month average for a CGC 8.0, $3,000 with a high sales of 4,300 and 4,255. There were some really low sales too. That's why I brought it down so much. All right. Now we're on the 90-day, a year later. So we're down with the last 90-day average now. $2,390 with low sales of this book in a CGC 8.0 of 2,000 and 2,175 US. Let's go over that again. Damn, dude. I mean, that's about a what, 25%, just off the top of my head, about 25.5% decline. But man, look at those high sales. This is after pandemic, and now those low sales after all this new Fantastic Four stuff we've been hearing. What do you got for me, Aaron?
I don't know. It's always really shocking to see, especially since like Galactus, the actor who's cast to play Galactus is already announced, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, what do we always say? All but confirmed, right? They just they got the actor. They just haven't. Marvel hasn't said it yet. Who is it? Let's see. Chad K probably knows he's in there, or Wilbur probably knows. It was originally Antonio Banderas, but the writer strike was happening, and then a lot of things changed.
But then they just announced someone recently.
Just recently.
So I mean,
2024. Let's see. Okay. Ralph Ineson. So let's go ahead and take a look. This guy, yeah, we talked about him. So super deep voice, super dark dude. Like, dude, this guy would have been a great Doctor Doom. It would have been really, anyways. 54-year-old English actor known for his roles in The Office, Harry Potter, The Witch, The Green Knight. Innocent has said he's psyched to play the world-devouring cosmic villain. And this came from Variety. Wow. So yeah, that is very, very cool. Very cool. So Galactus is definitely coming, and they've got a really cool actor that's playing him. So what else were you gonna say, Aaron? Sorry, my bad.
I mean, because usually, like, when it's announcements of like that kind of caliber, right, directly from the actor, then it usually like jumps up the prices on some of these books. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah. I know my brother has one of these. He's but I mean, he's always liked this book. I mean, I think he pretty much has all of the Fantastic Four. Or I mean, like in the later issues of the Fantastic Four, like he has 46. Does he have a 50? Was it 52? I can't remember.
That's so 52 is Black Panther. That's Black Panther first. 53 is the second, first Claw. 46 is first Black Bolt and first partial. No, 45 is first Inhumans. 46 is first Black Bolt. 47 is first Ronan the Accuser. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. Look at the chat is popping. Lefteros in the house says, "What up, everyone?" Doc Joe says, "Yo."
Lefteros, I'm gonna disregard your comment. I'm still giving this away, and I put your name on the wheel too as well. I know how lucky you are.
What was his comment?
He said, "Don't give this away."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. I always say Lefteros. It's Lefteros. I always say Lefteros.
Let me know in the chat yeah, damn bro, keep it. Wait, am I pronouncing it correct? Because I'm just copying Bryan.
Is it Lefteros or Lefteros?
I think it's
Lefteros.
I think it's Taros.
Because Taros would be with an A in there, right?
But I think it's like is it French Canadian? Is that what it is?
He is.
I don't know.
He is from Canada. Yeah, that's good. I like your investigation there. Chad Cage says, "I want Mads Mikkelsen as Doctor Doom." Nice. All right, let's go. Number
It's
2, Greek.
Boom.
We're looking at Wolverine Origins, issue number 10. This is the Joe Quesada 1 in 100 third claw. I don't even know if this is a 1 in 100. I just know it's limited.
It is a 1 in 100.
It is 1 in 100. CGC 9-8 for this third claw. Your first appearance of Dakin or however you want to say it. Wolverine's very metrosexual son. I don't say that in a bad way. He's just he's very chic. But yeah, looking at this book on the 6-month average, very sought after variant. 6-month average, May of 2023 through November of 2023. Average fair market value for this book in a CGC 9.8, $1,350 US. 2 high sales, one for $1,500 and one for $1,550. Now let's see if this is the time to buy this, Aaron. Same book, same grade, and a 9.8. The 30-day average into last month, May. Average value now $950, down 30% with a low sale of $850.
Wow. I actually do own one of these books. I bought a 9.6 at, I don't remember how much, like a relatively good price, like probably like 250, 300, somewhere around there. And I took the gamble for I did the press, and then I tried for the signature bump too as well. So Quesada signed this at Baltimore when I met everyone from like Flipside and all that, and I was wondering if I would get that 98 premium bump with like the signature bump and the press on top of that. It didn't work out.
Oh,
but it maintained a 9.6, which I'm not upset at. I mean, like, I like this cover a lot anyways.
Yeah, I love this cover. I've been wanting this so bad. I didn't know it was a 1 in 100 until today. I just thought it was one of those limited variants.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know why King James, why you say screw this book. And there's no such thing as leftover crack.
I saw Card Vibes in the house. He says the All-Star. Appreciate to AOA. Of course, AOA's the man. Chad Cave in the house. Of course, he says good call, BK. You rule. He does rule. I agree with you, Chad. AOA sharing King of the Golden State socials. Make sure you're following King of the Golden State. Good dude. Met him through Lords of the Long Box live chats and socials when I first got back into this stuff. Good dude. But he said, yeah, you did the crack.
Allegedly.
Lefteros, aka Lefteros, aka what is your name? How do you say it? No, I'm kidding. Still needed a bit lower to able to justify buying it because of the opportunity cost. So many sweet books in that price range, and that makes a lot of sense. That's a great comment. And of course, he's lulling. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It is down, but how much do you really want this book versus some in this price range, right?
I always think that like books that historically go into that $1,000 range, if they drop down to around like what $750, and I don't think that's ever a bad play, right? That you bought in at a decent price, it has the potential of going back up past 1,000 at some point in time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, like how many more? Like, I felt like it was a big stretch to try to get Hugh Jackman into a Deadpool movie, right? Or just back into the MCU in general. So he has so many kids that it wouldn't surprise me if that's the next, any of these X20, like X23, Dakin, whatever you want to say, becomes like the next Wolverine character
Yeah.
or just Wolverine,
Wolverine.
character
Yeah.
on screen, like, or even not as the mantle as Wolverine, right? Because we have that extent of like X-23 doing that.
They did end the Wolf. I mean, they ended a lot of X-Men runs early, but so they could focus, I guess, on the X-Men animation stuff. But supposedly, I don't know if that's true, but they ended Wolverine. They've already made over the last few years, they've already made Laura Kinney as the 616 Wolverine, the all new Wolverine. The thing is, though, is Wolverine is so popular, those books will always be orders, so he's just always going to continuously show up in comics. You know what I mean? So I feel like that the kids will always be a back, I guess you could back fiddle or a third wheel or whatever you want to say in the back seat to Wolverine. But if they ever did decide to pull a Superman 500, Death of Superman, Wolverine would be that one character that you want to kill, not Miss Marvel or whatever, where it's actually like a really big deal. And then if they kept that character dead in the comics, then the kids would take the moniker and those kids would take over. But on the other hand, I just don't see it happening because Wolverine sells a lot of books. A lot of people read Wolverine books for some reason. I don't know.
It's because people can relate. Referring to King of Golden State's comment, just saying.
Oh my god. Yeah. Logan needs to stop using those sheepskin condoms and start wearing some freaking rib to the max, man.
I mean, but when you're centuries years old, like you don't know any better, right?
Just throw some saran wrap on, you're good to go.
Dude, I wonder how much penicillin he's taken in his life. Oh wait, I forgot. He has the healing factor. Never mind.
Oh god, Aaron's here all week. Dun, dun. Where's Brad when you need him? Anyways, all right. Last book on Buy the Dip, and then we're gonna do the giveaway. We'll talk a little bit, and that'll be the end of the show. The number one book on Buy the Dip long form. This is a very special episode. We are looking at The Legend of Zelda, issue number 1. This is the $1.95 price, the regular price, in a CGC 9.8, acclaimed Valiant as you will, 1990 book, very popular, sought after book, many peaks and valleys of this book. First appearance of Zelda from the Legend of Zelda game in US Comics. We're looking at a 12-month average. Like I said, I like to do the 12 months when there's a ton of sales. Okay. And we're looking at March 2023 to March 2024 of this year. 12-month average fair market value for this book, $1,270 US, with high sales of $1,525 and $1,450. This book was recently last year, was on the Hot 10. I want to even say a couple times, maybe earlier this year. But let's look at this thing now, why it's number one. Multiple low sales between 800 to 850 in a CGC 9.8. This book over since April into this month, value down to $850. That is down at or about 34%. And you know this book is going to rebound. Can't hear you, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. So I think my first question about like that jump increase in Zelda, like, was it because of the new release of the Switch game? Like, is there a correlation? Like, because I want to say that game was released around that time period when we saw the uptick in price, right?
Right.
But it honestly, like, with how increasingly it's becoming popular with graded video games, I think that kind of will help retain like prices of like where it's like, oh, I have the cartridge, in a 9.8 whatever, or whatever you have it graded by. I'm just using the CGC scale because I'm familiar with that and I know they grade video games now, and it's like kind of like, oh, I have the matching first appearance of comics as well to go with that,
right?
Of whatever version of the game you played, like when you got introduced to that. What's up, Bryan?
It always says first appearance of Zelda is why the book is pricey. It's funny. Yeah, I mean, they're going to continue making Zelda stuff, right? Spinoffs, new games, new whatever. This is it. I mean, besides Mario Brothers, is one of the most popular Nintendo games.
Wait, I have a real question. So,
Mm-hmm.
is this the first appearance of Zelda, or is this the first appearance of Link?
I don't know. I thought it was the first appearance of Zelda in the U.S. comics.
Well, because the character in like the green hat or whatever, like his character name's not Zelda, right? Like his character name is Link.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I don't know much.
I mean, I'm not like I know enough about Zelda to not piss off like people of the fandom, but not as far as oh yeah, I played all the games.
I beat Zelda. Man, that took me forever with no cheat codes. But if I went on there and played again, it would take me a while. I don't hardly remember it at all. But I mean, I remember I was addicted to it for a long time. And I'm the kind of person that likes to play Kung Fu, Excite Bike. And then, today, John Madden, I play sport games. This game definitely, it's the ADD. This game definitely made me focus.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely knew a lot of people that were playing like a lot of Breath of the Wild, like even like some content, like even some content creators where they, it's like, hey, do you want to jump on this podcast? No, can't. Playing Zelda.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having this in a nice 9.8. Man, it's so funny. We're all looking at 9.8s as a high grade, but all this stuff coming out, it's got my head like just melted of all the CGC 9.9 stuff. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't, as a presser, especially like now the standards are even higher. Oh man, we got to find out more about it though before we get into it. But yeah, I would love this book as a CGC 9.8. I think I would pay probably though, be honest with you, if I had the money. I think the max I'd pay for something like this around like 550, 600. And that's probably unrealistic. I don't know. I don't really want to spend 800, 850 on a video game book from the 90s, stick on my wall when I could buy a Fantastic Four or something, 48 or 49. That's just a grade lower, but I don't know.
I'd rather use that money and invest it into a video game.
Hey, that too, and that's why we do these lists. That's why I like doing this with Aaron. It's something to alert you about in case you were wondering and you forgot about it, because us comic book collectors and speculators, investors, or just plain old comic geeks, we got short memories. I know I do. So I like to bring it to the forefront, and if you guys like this kind of stuff, this is what you're looking at. You can even use the content as a negotiation tool. But other than that, though, that was the long form list. I appreciate you guys. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I apologize if I seem like my energy is low. I just have a lot going on right now. And Aaron is going to do his giveaway. Take it away, Aaron.
All right. So we are giving away. Let me switch this real quick. Boom. All right, so we are giving away this Essentia number, what is it, 22 for sealed. Hint, sell this on eBay sealed. I would not rip it. I mean, but it's up to you. So let's get it. So all you had to do was comment on the last episode. It is too late to enter. Plus, there's a lot of entries already. So we'll shuffle it up.
Are you just going to roll it one time, or are you going to do it a few times? How are you going to do it?
Yeah, we're just going to roll it once.
One time. All right.
So this is for all the marbles.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. Yep. Wilbur says, give it to me. I'll open it. you know, it's gonna be my luck. I was the only one person to get 2 J. Scott Campbells or something like that, right? But if you do open it, let us know what you ended up getting, because I'm curious. But like at the same time, if you sell it sealed, you know, more power to you. Use it, use the money, buy something cool. Who's it gonna land on? Ooh, it looks like it's Travis Grant. 8188. Hit me up on IG. So I am taking a screenshot now. So hit me up on IG. If you don't have IG, just comment on the YouTube video, and then I'll try to figure out how to tell you my email address so you can email me. But yeah, I'm on Instagram, so easy. Just hit me up, and I'll get that sent out to you.
Wow, that's awesome! Congratulations, Travis Grant. Hell yeah, dude. That's amazing. Thank you, Aaron. You're too kind, man. You're too good. Too good.
Man, it was definitely fun to get to 1,000 subscribers. So it's been fun doing the show every week. So no complaints.
Aaron is I always call him the jack of all trades, the master of some. The reason why is because rather than the master of none, the guy is on all of our channels and he's always a top host. I love working with him, so I don't like to bug Aaron too much. So I'm just gonna ask you guys what. Hopefully Aaron can do it with me, but if not, he can't. I totally understand. Do you guys want to see more live content like this, live long form content, like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour and a half, where we talk about like MCU news, speculation, maybe Wednesday's book, stuff like that? Do you guys want to see more of that stuff other than just the list? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, and then yeah, Travis, it's just a joke. Like from the comments, like you have until next episode to claim your prize or whatever, and then if not, we'll figure it out what to do with it. But it will go to someone that watches. Like, what we might do is we might just do for the live comments or something like that.
Do you have any pickups?
I have one pickup. I bought a select purple cracked ice. What is this? The premier level?
Yeah.
99 out of 99.
Ooh, that's my favorite number too. Damn.
So yeah, so the bookend. I mean, I love the cracked ice pattern.
Yeah.
I opened let's see, for select now, I've opened a couple blasters, a couple of megas, and like one hanger box, and then didn't really pull anything. So I was like, kind of like, I saw this for like $10 on eBay, so I just picked it up. I was like, kind of like,
very cool. I love bookend, especially 90. Anything 99 or 16, I'm all over. Those are my numbers.
Yeah, I like buying funny numbers.
Let me see.
Oh, Ryan says need more football talk. Football card talk.
Let me see. So, okay. So I did a 2-part video. I broke 4 blaster boxes of 2024 Bowman baseball versus 124 pack retail box of Bowman baseball. The price differential comes out, the blasters end up being like $10 cheaper, but it's the same card count, 12 cards per pack, so on and so forth. And it was a 2-part video, and I edited both, and I did I put a lot into it, and I was fucking stoked on it. And I realized, I was telling Aaron, the entire thing is beautiful except the card for the first 9 minutes is blurry. So I had to pull down the video, but I want to show you guys the hits that I had. So in the 2-part video. So this is Diego Benitez. I think I have some comics too after. Diego Benitez. He's the top catching and first base scout, prospect for the Braves. Shimmer number to 299. I think it's called Shimmer. Sure.
I think it's like white sparkle or white ice or something like
Something
that, or
like that.
like
Yeah.
snow ice, or I don't remember.
Kansas City Royals got the royal blue jersey match, but it's paper, so take it as you will. Number 150. Here's Kyle Till. This guy's supposed to be very sought after.
I think even as paper cards, like with paper number, like especially with color match, I think it's still like I still think those parallels are somewhat decent and good. Like it doesn't always have to be chrome.
Yeah, no, you're right. So yeah, this is this guy's top. This is numbered to 99. It's a new parallel. I think it's called Green Grass, like the field. I think that's amazing. Number to 99 refractor. Got an Aiden Miller. You guys know, if you guys are aware, if you follow MLB prospects, you know Aiden Miller got his green grass border number to 99. Got 3 Walker Jenkins chromes and 1 paper. Got a Brady House auto. Okay. I love these. These might be the best inserts I've ever seen that aren't like case hits or rare. These Rising Infernos with Junior Caminero. It's amazing.
I thought that too when I pulled one, because it's like one per like hobby box or something like that.
Dude, I was like, dude, is this a case hit? This is like amazing. I can't believe this. And they're like, nobody. Actually, I went and looked it up. It was like $5-6 card.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the case hits are what the spotlights this year.
Okay. And the manga animation.
Yeah.
I got
but those are just super short prints, right?
I'm not sure. I just know that they're up on eBay and they say case hits. So
okay.
Ben Williamson. This is an older dude. I think he's in AAA now, and he's about to turn 24. But it's Purple Ray Wave number to 250. And then my dad, he's like, "Hey, is this card any good? Fernando Tatis rookie card." And I'm like, "Oh my god, where'd you find that?" He goes, "He was in the back of the truck, his truck, because I don't know how it got back there. It must have been moving stuff." So
that's crazy. That is a good card to have.
So I got my red band incentives finally. They finally came in. Oh, so I got my orders allocated, and the guy came back to me and he said, "Hey, I'm sorry I put you through that. I'm going to give you a 1 in 25 for issue 1, 2." And I was like, "Oh my god!" So they just got here. I don't feel like going in and getting the box, so we'll do it next week.
Nice, congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I wonder how he got the 1 in 25 for 1. He must have bought 50 of those reprints or something, huh?
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. If you beefed up your numbers for the second prints or whatever, then like you qualified for 1 in 25 red bands.
Gotcha.
But I don't know how true that is. I'm not a retailer, so if there is a retailer watching that knows that if you did buy a bunch of the second prints, that you could order the 1 in 25 red band incentives, let us know.
Yep.
But that was a rumor I heard from other.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Anything else? You got anything going on besides Bryan's show?
Long story short, on Thursday, and then
where can people find you on Long Story Short? What channel is that on?
So that's on the Nearing Nirvana channel. We go on every Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, because that's 9 o'clock for my time, Central.
Nice.
I do want to point out though, I thought it was funny that I wore a Astro shirt and you wore a Dodgers at the entire podcast. So you would think we'd be fighting all the time.
No, it just that I told you when I was in Little League, I was in that ghetto league from 6th and 7th grade in the summer, and it was like, I don't know, it's just all the parents were gangbangers, and it was in the worst part of North Las Vegas, and I was on the same team. I was on the Astros, each team, 6th and 7th grade. So they used to call us the assholes, the afros. But anyways, long story short, so Astros have always been kind of like a little bit close to my heart in a sense because of that, just that little nostalgia feeling. And when they cheated my Dodgers, that literally like it gave me weird emotions. I was like, oh my god,
conflicted. Yeah. I think in Little League I was on the Blue Jays.
Oh, okay. What'd you play?
I started out in right field, and then when I played kid pitch, I was on the Rockies, and then they had me in left field, third base, second base.
Jesus, you are the jack of all trades. That's awesome. Utility Yeezy utility man.
Bird always rooting for the Mariners.
Ferdy's in the chat. What up, Ferdy? He says, "Go Mariners, first place." Yeah, they're playing pretty good, huh? And then Julio hasn't even got started yet. Wait till he gets warmed up. Jeez. But
Marlins Brewers World Series. How's that happen?
That's I don't think that's possible because they're both in the National Leagues, right?
Oh, but, they could do the NLC championships.
Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We're going to do more giveaways for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. We'll have a giveaway next week, so make sure you have notification bells on. I like to write little community notes to you guys, and let me know in the comments what other kind of live streams you'd like to see me or Aaron and I do as well besides the list. And if you guys are shipping comics, Gemini Comic Supply, you got a 10% off code, popcorn 99. Next one is SSP 99, like super short print. You get 10% off that one. Use that code as much as you want. Use it for a friend. I don't mind. That's what it's there for, to help you guys out. So I appreciate you guys. Aaron, when's your band playing again?
We had a gig this past Sunday. We are playing again. I don't remember. I think we have a show coming up in July. Okay. Well, I'll have to double check on dates. But we have we're playing July 17th.
Isn't that like around the same time San Diego? Or
it's a week before.
Oh man, well that's gonna be an exciting couple weeks for you, man. Whew.
I'm on call that Wednesday too. So
and you'll be working, dude.
I'm on call for work. I'm on call for work the week before I go to San Diego.
Always hustling. Always hustling.
You have to.
That's amazing. All right, guys, that's it. That's By the Dip, episode 24. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys are subbed up to House of Stein YouTube channel and Beyond Wednesday's YouTube channel. You can find Aaron and I there Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and sometimes Saturdays. Aaron, you can see Aaron there every Saturday night, but Beyond Wednesdays. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you for getting us to 1,000. Let's get to 2,000 and beyond. Take care, everyone.